All right, lesson 8, we'll look at how to write instructional material. Now, instructional material you might think of as textbooks, certainly includes that, but in the world of business, there's a very large market for instructional material that doesn't involve textbooks. It involves training programs for employees and involves perhaps web-based training that they might deliver online. And this kind of instructional material is a sort of modular approach to something like a textbook. Now, the kind of skills that you'll practice in writing instructional material, doing instructional design, as this kind of work is termed, involves a lot of connecting with your audience in a more sort of hands-on and personal way than you do in most other kinds of writing. Now, in particular, if you have the great fortune of writing instructional material that's going to be delivered in a classroom where either you'll be doing the teaching or you get to sit in and watch it being delivered, you will have the opportunity to watch people actually experiencing what you write. This doesn't happen very often, but it's a great experience for learning how people relate to your writing, how well they understand it, how your style, your approach plays out. Now, whether or not you have that opportunity to show up in the classroom, writing of this type kind of focuses you on thinking about how people are going to interact with your writing. You're going to be developing exercises, which is unique to this type of writing. And to create the exercises, you first have to come up with good examples, sort of scenarios that have like a story, and that create a hypothetical world where you can have students complete tasks. Now, this might be, an imaginary collection of account data from a sales database, and you'll be writing instruction for people who need to know how to use the database. And so in the process of creating these scenarios and examples and exercises, you are visualizing how your reader is using your material, and you're creating opportunities for them to use it and to interact with it. Now, outside of training, this is a valuable way of looking at your writing in any kind of technical realm, where if you may not be creating exercises in other kinds of writing, but having good illustrations, good examples in mind for what you're talking about can often be very helpful. This can be true in user guide writing, where you might lead people through some description of how to use the product based on some imaginary sort of scenario, sort of a tutorial, as a distilled kind of instructional material. And in other kinds of writing, perhaps magazine articles, being able to use your examples effectively and talk people through real world cases is a valuable skill.